Singapore for spring break. Colin's wedding. We've been dating for over a year now, and I think it's about time people met my beautiful girlfriend. Come on. I'm Colin's best man. Don't you want to see where I grew up? Meet my family, my Ama, and meet up with that strange college roommate of yours.
Take Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
She has been begging me to come visit her, you know.
The universe has spoken. It wants you over there.
Look at that, we were all in for Crazy Rich Asians right there. So much talk about this movie, the cultural diversity.
Yeah.
You saw it. Is this a breakthrough for filmmaking?
Yeah, I love this movie. And you mentioned, as we were talking about the clip of their big names, Constance Wu was probably best known for Fresh Off the Boat, that show. And Henry Golding, he's not necessarily known to North American audiences, but he's an actor and a talk show host. Right away, their chemistry is palpable. From the opening scenes, I totally bought their love story. And he whisks her to Singapore. And if you're wondering, do I need to wait in terms of seeing this movie at home or on the plane? See it on the big screen. It looks gorgeous. The stuff with Singapore was so majestic. So right away, I bought into all these characters. I didn't know anything about the story. I didn't read any of the books. And I just fell in love with the world and the characters right away.
You know, with cultural nuances and commentary, and I say this when my own folks are watching Indian movies, sometimes some of the jokes could be inside with the story, narrative, and punchlines. Do they make it universally accessible?
Yeah, they do. There were some jokes that I didn't get. They were obviously very specific Asian references, but I still felt like I was in on the whole affair, and I was having a good time. There were certainly sequences where the Asian people around me were laughing, and I didn't quite understand it. But again, it's such an accessible comedy, and you mentioned that universal appeal. It has that in spades because the casting was brilliant. You got Michelle Yeoh here, Awkwafina, totally rising to fame. They're quirky, they're lovable, there's villains. It's got great snappy writing and excellent social commentary. It looks at that family legacy, that family dynasty, and it's a predominantly Asian cast. And we have not seen this in a Hollywood movie in a long, long time, and it was so refreshing.
Do you think this will open the door for more representation of different communities of all kinds when it comes to the big screen?
I hope so. I mean, I've been a Bollywood movie fan for years, and if we can see more representation like this for any culture, I think it's a total win. The movie does have a couple of those genre tropes, character cliches, but I thought the comedy was so on point, it was so consistent throughout, and it balanced drama with comedy so well. Plus, it was just a sensational, swoon-worthy romance.
After all said and done, you think this will be a big summer hit?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be huge. Yeah, I hope it does really well worldwide, and I frankly loved it.
How many hammers?
4 out of 5.
Ooh.
Yes, indeed.
It's a good start for us. Mark Wahlberg has some competition, mile 22.
Well, every once in a while, a movie comes along that I just despise and loathe, and this is one of them. Don't do it, people. This is Peter Berg, the director, teaming up with Mark Wahlberg for a 4th time. They did Lone Survivor, Deepwater Horizon, and Patriots Day. I loved Patriots Day. This is a terrible waste of great actors. You've got Wahlberg, Iko Uwais there, who is tremendous. He's a Indonesian martial artist. Ronda Rousey, Lauren Cohen, John Malkovich. But they're such thin, cardboard cutout characters, one-dimensional. It's got every action movie cliche that you can think of crammed into 90 minutes. You know, Wahlberg's part of this covert unit that must escort an asset to safety, and they're being pursued by deadly terrorists. And Wahlberg's character was so unlikable, and he was so mean to everyone, and he had this kind of macho vibe, but I was just so sick of it, I nearly walked out of this film. And honestly, Iko Uwais, the injustice done to this guy in this movie because of the frantic editing and the jumpy action sequences, couldn't follow anything. Go see The Raid and The Raid 2. I mean, they're out on Blu-ray right now, but get those movies because it really squandered the tremendous talents of Iko Uwais, whose other movies are just blow this one right out of the water. So this was a total mess.
Dare we ask, how many hammers for mile 22?
1!
Wow. Wait for it.
It's a lonely sound, that one hammer.
Ah. How many one hammers have you given out this year?
Not even good enough for like a Netflix movie. This may be the first one hammer of 2018.
Okay. Proceed with caution.
There you go.
That's it for hammers.